Hey guys, it's a section of violence here. We have another one for you. UFC Vegas 102. Let's get right into it. It's going to be a good card. Sorry guys, you're just going to have to... There you go. So yeah, we got some cancellations on the card, but let's get right into it. We have Gabriel Bonfim versus Chaos Williams appearing to start the night off. Kind of weird. I would expect them to be on the main card. Whatever, UFC matchmaking. So yeah, we have Gabriel Bonfim, who is honestly a bit of a fraud. He's 16-1, so it's hard to say he's a fraud, but he is. Let's see the wins. Like, who has he really beat? Honestly, other than Trevin Giles. Manir Lazez is a good striker. He has good jiu-jitsu. I'll give him that. And I know, I'm half black, but let's just be real. We don't have the greatest jiu-jitsu. And honestly, I do believe Gabriel Bonfim can sub Chaos Williams. But the thing about this fight that I just don't think is good for Gabriel Bonfim is Dalby fought him. And I know he's a cardio machine, and that's a different story. Bonfim has the other problem, which is his cardio. Bonfim's boxing is actually pretty good. And I do think Chaos probably loses this fight, like, I'd say 6 or 7 times out of 10. But, I don't know, man. Actually, I don't even know. I think maybe even like 4 to 5. I think it's 50-50, honestly. Because Chaos Williams on the feet has a power advantage. He's not technically as crisp. But Bonfim, man, he is... I don't know. He doesn't kick really at all. Which is a big deal for Chaos. Chaos doesn't kick at all either. So if you're just gonna box Chaos, I do think that he has a good chance of clipping you. And I think Chaos by KO is live. Bonfim by decision is probably what's gonna happen. But I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna take some shots this week. I was gonna take a shot on Ramzu. I didn't, and I didn't take a. Well, I did take a shot on betting wise, but I'm talking about prediction wise. Got to start backing these dogs. I think Chaos Williams. I'm gonna go with Chaos Williams, just because I do think this fight plays out on the feet mostly. Williams has shown decent takedown defense, and Bonfim's wrestling is not great. Especially late, after round 2 and 3, he gets very tired. I'm going to go, as long as Williams doesn't get subbed, I'm going to go Williams. But honestly, this is a this is a fight that I should be passing on, so I wouldn't tail me here. It's just a small dog shot. I just think Williams will fight for my money, and Bonfim, it will, I think this should be a pick'ems, honestly, but... Honestly, it's not a great bet. I'm not a big fan of it. That's why I only have a little bit on it. If I could get out of it, I would. But the bookie I use, there's no cash out option. So, yeah, I'm on Chaos, but I could switch my prediction. So, yeah, don't take this pick with too much conviction, and just go. If you're heavy on Bonfim, then just go with Bonfim. But I'm honestly torn with this fight. I have some good thoughts on it, but I don't know how to come to a conclusion on it, because Bonfim is really good at keeping it clean on the feet with his hands. He's good at his jiu-jitsu. He's good at jiu-jitsu. He's a finisher. Not does he have many KOs? Because that's a big thing, is Chaos can get hit sometimes. I think he did okay on the feet against Lusa. It's not still a great look, doing okay. Yeah, he is good. No. Yeah, he 1 KO. Brenneth Alberth, whoever he is. Let's see how he's doing. 8-1. When is the last time Mr. 8-1 has fought? Alright. That's all I need to know. Yeah. So I'm gonna go with Chaos Williams here. I know he has a pretty record, but I don't believe in the hype right now. I know he has some good wins, and he could win by submission, but I do think Chaos Williams is a problem on the feet. And look at the guys he's fought. Damn, my computer. I need a new computer, boys and girls. I literally unplug it and the battery's gone out of like maybe 5 minutes. That's crazy. Only 15% available. That's crazy. It was only max. Like, all right, I need a new computer. Yeah, getting a new computer, boys and girls. Yeah. Anyways, back to the topic. I'm on Gabriel Bonfim here, but not Bonfim. Sorry, I'm on Chaos Williams here. But yeah, like I said, don't take my word in stone here, and just be careful with this fight. Moving on. I'm going to try to not talk so much nonsense in this video. Get it all done. We got Angela Hill versus Ketlin Souza. I'm on Ketlin Souza here. Again, I'm on a dog. I could be wrong. I could be thinking, Angela Hill, another, contender. Another, lesbian who, has shown, I don't know, has she shown cardio issues? She had knee barred, she got knee barred by Karine Silva against up a weight class. Big whoop. She has pretty good cardio. She's gone 5 rounds before. Oh God, yikes. She has some pretty bad losses, I will say. Yeah, these are some pretty bad losses. But I don't know, man. Like, but look at the girls Angela's lost to. Like, you're acting like Angela's Mrs. Perfect over here. She's lost to Tisha Pennington. Oh my God. Yeah, Michelle Watterson. Like, I know that one was a controversial one, but all of her losses are split. Rhonda Mark. I know that was a while ago. I know. I get it. But look how old she is. She is 40 years old. 40, not 37. 40. Will she win? Maybe. It's a coin flip fight, honestly. But plus 250 that Ketlin opened is crazy. That's wild. I don't understand that logic at all. I think Angela Hill, slight favorite is whatever. Honestly, another position where I wish I could just get out of my position. But again, BetOnline does not cash out. So I'm going to ride the dogs here. I could switch my prediction, getting talked off it by the end of the week, but we'll see. Yeah, I don't know. I just think this is a coin flip fight, just like the first fight. I think they're both coin flip fights, and I think the odds are wide, but not anymore. But they were at one point, and they kind of not so much. I think Bonfim is a respectable odds, but they were. I don't know. It is what it is. I wouldn't touch these odds at this price. I wouldn't play these fights at this price, honestly. Yeah. If you want to tail me. If you don't. Honestly, this isn't a pick I have with conviction. It's only like a unit max I would have on this fight. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Ketlin Souza here. Moving on, we have Jesus Aguilar versus Rafael Esteban. What can I say about Esteban? Esteban has had how many fights in 2 years? 0. He had a win over Charles Johnson where he not death gassed, but he gassed, and it was a little too late from Charles Johnson, and he ended up getting the win. So he has a good win over Charles Johnson. He has, decent wins. Visconti, I rate Visconti very highly. I think Esteban rolls here, honestly. Other than the layoff, I think he wins this fight. He has some pretty decent wins here. Yeah. Jesus Aguilar, on the other hand, oh my goodness. He is hit or miss, but he's not terrible. He has a submission win over the great Stuart Nickel. And a split decision win over the legendary Mateus Mendoza. Don't forget his overhand win over Shannon Ross. Like, a lose to Tetsuro Taira is not a bad loss. He beat Edgar Shirez. Like, he has some decent wins. Don't get me wrong. I think this guy's game. I completely took this guy as a bum, as a can, when he first got into the UFC, but he's more than that. So I do think he's a fighter, and he could make this fight interesting. But I'm going to go with Esteban here. I think Esteban cruises. I think there's a list of levels fight. Esteban is kind of like Taira. I just think Esteban's, wrestling is better. Actually, I don't know. It's probably similar. That could be a terrible take. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. Jesus Aguilar. Every single call. You know what? I'm just gonna. Yeah, it's on mute. So, anyways, Jesus Aguilar. Honestly. Oh, let's see. Jesus Aguilar. I think he has a KO chance, but I'm just gonna go with Rafael Estevam. I don't think Jesus Aguilar is very good. Yeah, we'll see though. Moving on, we have Walter Walker versus Dontel Mays. Walter Walker. Walter Walker is an interesting character. This is a fight I would run far away from betting wise, but I can understand why people be like, just play Walker. He's gonna win this fight. I get it. It's probably gonna happen, but just come with me into this little world that I live in, where Dontel Mays has, out of his 18 fights, has 11 wins. And he TKO'd Arlovsky. He beat the great Kyle Machado. He lost the GOAT Shamil Gaziev and Rodrigo Nascimento, my guy Rodrigo. Sakai. Like, he doesn't have terrible losses. Like they're not bad losses. Like, I think Walter Walker wins, but I would not be shocked to see a Dontel Mays split decision win. So I'm interested to see the line they're gonna give for that. But yeah, I'm probably gonna go Walter Walker here. Let me see who I have in my Let me see. Walter Walker. I think I have. Okay, I have another dog. I have Dontel Mays at the dog shot. I think I'm going to switch it to the Walker, though. I think Walker's got the grappling side. I think he wins, but this is a fight I have no interest in. Like, don't bet this fight. Do yourself a favor. Live longer if you don't bet heavyweight MMA. It's just, same with women's MMA. It's you live longer. I'm about to contradict myself here in about 3 to 10 minutes. But yeah, moving on. Elijah Smith versus Vince Morales. Yeah. Vince Morales. I think he wins, honestly. If he survives round 1, which I think he can, I think he can win. Elijah Smith was very green, very raw. He's talented. He's a pretty decent hybrid KO artist with decent jiu-jitsu. Vince Morales has, nasty grappling. Faced really good level of competition. He can be outstruck. We saw that against high-level fighter and Taylor Lapalus. But I think Elijah Smith is too green. Kind of like Cody Steele, except his process is better. I think Elijah Smith is, honestly, I don't know. I just think Elijah Smith, if he doesn't get him out of there early, I think Morales is a dog and he can find a submission at any point in this fight. I think Morales can win a decision as well. He's pretty crafty. He's a crafty vet. Faced good opposition. He has good jiu-jitsu. He has some not the greatest losses in his career, but he's improved a lot. We'll see though. I gotta go with the dog and Morales here, and just more experience, kind of like last week we saw with Cody Steele. I'm experience. I'm gonna favor that every time over raw green. Obviously, there's exceptions, but in this situation, it's another. Who is Elijah Smith face? Like, if we look at the guys he's fought, Josh Walker. No, that's a pretty good win. Aaron Tao is a overrated bum. Honestly, so he doesn't really have that great of wins. Christian Strong's a good win. He has a few good wins. Josh Walker, he got KO'd by Reyes Cortez, which I don't even know. I think he's good, but I don't know for sure. Yeah, I don't know. I think Morales wins, but it's a weird fight to call. Honestly, I would know part of this betting wise. Better live spot in my opinion. Moving on, we have my max play. I'm just joking, but I actually do really love this fight for the value. We have Cavalcanti versus Julia Avila. Avila, she's done. Her career is over. Let me see her Instagram real quick. I don't even look at their Instagrams usually. I don't need to, but with her I do. Julia Avila. Panda. It's like, oh my god, Avila. Yeah. Let me see this. Yeah, she's still training with soccer moms, getting her mani-pedis. Who is she training with? Who is she training? Like, what? All men. Like, it looks like she's training with all men. Like, who is she working with? Like, she should not be in the UFC. She at one point, yes, she was actually decent. But ever since she got pregnant, she has not looked the same. She's coming out with double knee sleeves. Miesha Tate, her last fight was 2 years ago. Like, her only wins are against little bums, like, except for, Panty. Panty's a good win. But, like, the rest of the wins, like, I don't even know. Like, Marion Renault, that's a pretty decent win. Like, she's 36 years old. 36 years old. Double knee sleeves. Not saying she's, like, Angela Hill old, but she's pretty old. I think Jacqueline Cavalcante, on the other hand, who just fought Nora Cano, I'm pretty sure, to a split. I thought it was pretty unanimous, but, split decision. Regardless, she beat a much more dangerous opponent, who's not good on the ground. But I still don't think it mattered. I think Cavalcante, her loss to Jandarova, I'm not a fan of it. But Melissa Croden, she beat her. I'm a fan of that. She beat, which is a better grappler than Julia. Well, yeah, better grappler than Julia Avila. Josina Nunes is two more dangerous opponents on the feet. Julia Avila is no threat on the feet. Well, I don't know. I think she's not anymore. I just think this is a great fight for Cavalcante to show levels. Like, at this stage in her career, Cavalcante wins this fight easily. I don't want to overthink this fight. Moving on. We have Rodolfo Vieira versus Andre Petroski. Vieira, man, I just gotta favor him. Honestly, I just think Petroski's a weenie. I don't think he is reliable. Against certain level of competition, yes, he's got great grappling, but he gets tired. He gives out his neck when he's tired. I just think he gives up on himself in times, and even that takedown tournament, the grappling match he had with Downey, Downey just kind of broke him. I think he did, at least. I can't remember. I think it was Patrick Downey just got a takedown when it mattered in the last overtime. I think that's what happened. But yeah, I don't think Petroski is that good. I think he is a decent grappler. His striking is awful, and his cardio is not great. I'm gonna go Rodolfo Vieira. At least he has a jab. At least he's not a weenie. He will give up at the slightest kind of adversity. Like, Fluffy had to literally kill this guy to get him out of there. Eventually he tapped because Fluffy pretty much gave him no other way out. He probably could technically get his way out, but he was exhausted. He was done. Fluffy drained him, broke him. Fluffy's a different animal with his cardio. So it's and he's only 35. I thought he was 38, 37. He's only 35 years old. I think Rodolfo Vieira is going to win this fight by submission or decision. Petroski's pretty good at jiu-jitsu. I don't know how good he is off his back, but if Mr. Rodolfo gets an arm triangle, that's done data. Look at that. He submitted Derek Brunson. If he can submit Derek Brunson, what is he going to do to Andre Petroski? I think, look at all of these submissions by arm triangle choke. I don't know what the prop is, but I'm going to probably bet the arm triangle choke submission. If it's crazy odds, and if it's not, I'm not touching it. But wouldn't be funny. I think it's going to be a decision, but wouldn't be funny if you get another one. Andre Petroski. I can't get behind an Andre Petroski pick or bet. I know Vieira's older, but Petroski, he's the first fighter to ever get TKO'd from someone's hip. I get it, that's real. It happens in the training room sometimes, but to happen in a real fight, that blows my mind. I know anything can happen though, so no judgment to Petroski. I'm not really the biggest fan of him. I just think Petroski's a bit of a weenie. Especially, I don't like how he talked to my boy. Especially after, anyways, I don't want to get into that. I'm not even going to mention too much about that nonsense, But yeah, Andre Petroski, Yeah, I think you're cooked here. I think you get grapple fucked, and I think Petrosky, loses. So yeah, I'm gonna go Viera by decision. Moving on, we have Dylan Budka versus Edmund Shabazian. Dylan Budka. So he's another guy who I had to learn this year the hard way. I'm learning a lot about the sport of grappling this year. This year I've learned Georgian wrestling beats Russian wrestling. I've learned in MMA. I mean, I'm not saying in Olympics. So don't get too mad, you wrestling heads. I don't get, you know. Anyways, yeah. I think Dylan Budka, the one thing I've learned with these wrestlers is you can have a Hodge Trophy at anything, like be an Olympic medalist. If you don't know how to translate it to MMA, your accolades mean nothing. Like, I'm telling you, they don't matter. Like, you don't know what to do if someone can get up. If you can't keep them down, if you don't know how to control, find dominant positions, continuously, like Marab style, take them down. If you don't know how to do that, then you're probably not going to make it at the highest level. It'll get you to a point. Don't get me wrong. Wrestling's awesome. It's the number one champion making sport. I'm not saying just because of the it doesn't mean anything. Don't get me wrong. But Dylan Budka this is a great example. What is Dylan Budka's? I'm going to look at it right now. Dylan Budka. Don't ask why it's all caps. I have a Excel spreadsheet. Don't. Dylan Budka, wrestling. Let's see. He is best net Eastern champion. Yeah, let me read this. Notre Dame. Received outstanding wrestling award. Just like a wrestler, he's a good wrestler. Has all these accolades. Blah 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 blah. And you look at his opponent. Like, you look at the guy who he wrestled in his last fight, or tried to. He got absolutely fucked up. Like, he got out wrestled by Petrosky, who's not a good of a wrestler. Pat Downey has just shown that. He's shown that his wrestling is overrated. Cesar Almeida KO'd him, and he has no wrestling experience. Cesar Almeida has good striking, so it's like, no shame in losing to Cesar on the feet, but I don't think he's that good. I think he's pretty horrible, honestly. I think Budka is pretty bad. Now, Shabazian, I honestly think I'm reading he has a condition with his lung. I don't know. I think Shabazian is a great hammer, but an awful nail. And I don't think his cardio is great. Maybe it's the condition. I don't think his mind is, I know he likes training and fighting, the fight life. He's a good athlete, young. The problem with him is he's taken so much damage in his career, and I don't know if I can trust him. Whereas Budka hasn't. He's had experience. He also has decent experience. Budka has decent experience fighting guys like Bekoyev, who just KO'd somebody. I think Budka's tough. I don't think he'll just I know he quit to Caesar, but Caesar's like a high level striker, and I think if Shabazian doesn't get him out of there early, I think Budka could find some success late. So I'm gonna go Shabazian here, but I'm not confident, especially at the price here. I'm not touching this fight. I would advise you to do the same. This is just a risky fight to bet. Moving on, we have Jose Delgado versus Connor Matthews. Connor Matthews, you're not a bad fighter at all. You're actually a pretty good fighter. The problem with you, Connor Matthews, is you're a New England cartel guy, and I just don't do New England cartel. I think they have good grapplers. Don't get me wrong. He has good grappling. He beat Jair Farias, whoever that is. I don't even think he's fought since they've last fought. Let me see who this guy hasn't even fought since they've last fought. So it's like, who is this guy? Like some random Brazilian. Francis Marshall beat him. Dennis Bazooka TKO'd him, made him look like he's never fought before. I gotta go Delgado, man. Like, Delgado is an absolute monster. Like, this is probably another one of my more confident picks on the card. The guy's an absolute savage. Trains at an MMA lab. You don't hear me talk like this about a lot of these guys, but I mean, there are a lot of savages in the sport, but there's also a lot of bums in the sport, and I think this guy is a savage. Look at the guys he's beat. Like Ernie Juarez has proved to be a bit of a fraud bum, so don't know what to make of that. He finished him though. Lucas Faria, I don't know what to make of him. Is he alright? I'm pretty sure he's alright. Yeah, he's okay. Like, yeah, I don't know. I know Jose Delgado is a very dangerous man, and I don't think Conor Matthews... I think this is a pretty fair fight. I think Conor Matthews has the same level of experience, if not more. But the problem with this fight for Matthews is he is at a huge striking disparity and size disparity. I think Delgado is just going to absolutely destroy this man. I think he's going to TKO him in the first or second. And I have a good position to get out of my live. I have a good position to get out live if need be. We'll see though. I shouldn't need to. Delgado should smoke this dude around, but we'll see. I always get disappointed with prospects, so you never know. Moving on, we have Ismail Bonfim versus Nazim Sadykhov. Now, I hear a lot of people giving the Bonfim brothers a lot of credit. They are, decent fighters. I'll give them that. But I think Sadykhov's a good fighter, too. 9-1. The only one he's lost to is Juan Gurzala in 2018. So the last time he lost was in 2018.
Right now before a fight,
and he went to a draw with Sadykhov. I get that, which isn't aging very well. And he hasn't fought in 2 years, which also is not aging very well. But he has a win over Evan Elder and Amin Azhasanda.
I think that's
there's some decent wins. Terrence McKinney, like, he has some decent wins. Don't get me wrong. But I just don't know. I think this is a point flip fight. I think Bonfim being as big of a favorite is understandable. He's fought more recent, and he is,
I've never experienced a loss.
Who the UFC is pushing
with
more
the of losing
than Sadykhov. But I don't know. I think.
I was a little nervous, but today,
who do I have here
now
in this fight? I think this is a coin flip fight.
I'm anxious. This fight is the most important fight in my fighting career.
I'm gonna
just sleep.
Oh my god, I don't know. I'm gonna go Sadykhov, but I'm not confident. This is a very, very low confident pick.
I feel like
I just don't. I don't like the price for Bonfim. I think it's dodge pass here.
It's a big thing for me.
Moving on here. I don't want to speak too much about this. Like,
on that day,
because if I speak too much about this, like, look at the guys Nazim. Okay, I already did.
I think that's the important thing.
Look at the guys Bonfim's fought.
I try to sleep before the fight.
And tell me, like, you don't see a problem. Like, he fought Benoit Saint Denis. He got schooled. Benoit can't fight. I don't care what anyone says. Oh no! How long was that playing for? Oh man, that's annoying. Hopefully that wasn't playing for too long. Anyways, yeah. So Ismail Bonfim, the one thing with Ismail Bonfim. You guys will never ever get me to edit a video. I promise you that. So you get to see all the behind the scenes stuff. Ismail Bonfim, honestly, I'm gonna go Sadykhov just at the price, but it's a dog or pass spot. Be careful with this one. If you guys, I don't know how long this thing was going for, so just to recap, I am on Rodolfo Vieira. I don't know how long this is going for. Rodolfo Vieira. As a prediction-wise, Edmund Shabazian, prediction-wise, Delgado. Delgado is probably one of my main, I love Delgado here. Sadykhov, I think, wins his dog shot. I don't know about playing it, though. It's a close fight, layoff. Just give you a little recap in case you missed something because of this stupid video playing in the background. But yeah, it is what it is. Moving on, we have Calvin Kattar versus Youssef Zalal. Youssef Zalal, I think, wins this fight, but I wouldn't be surprised if I get disappointed because on the feet is actually pretty close. I think Calvin Kattar's boxing is better, if not just as good. Yusuf Zalal, he is just, in my opinion, the more well-rounded fighter. He's younger, he's hungrier, he's experienced. He hasn't lost since 2021, and it was a split decision. He lost to the champion, but that's no shame in that. He hurt the champion bad. Had him running away at one point. I think Yusuf Zalal is the man right now. I think Calvin Kattar's on the decline. One career's going this way, one career's going this way. I got to go with Yusuf Zalal. He's just an absolute machine. He revamped his career, and I just think he's on a different trajectory than Mr. Kattar. Could Kattar turn back the clock? Maybe, but I'm going to go with Yusuf Zalal here. Not one of my most confident predictions, but I think Yusuf Zalal wins this fight. I don't really want to speak too much about it because, everyone pretty much knows these guys. So, but yeah, if you have last time he won a fight was 2022, 3 years ago. Like, that's not good. And it was Giga Chikadze, a pure striker. He fought Aljamain Sterling, a pure grappler, lost dominantly. Not even an ounce of fight back. Arnold Allen, knee injury, so not his fault. He's coming off knee injuries. That's just not a good look. I gotta go with Yusuf Zalal here. It's a pretty easy pick for me. Ride the momentum, guys. Moving on, we have Jared Cannonier in the main event versus Gregory RoboCop Rodrigues. I gotta go with. Oh my God, this is a hard decision. I gotta go with Rodrigues here. I think RoboCop's, again, trajectories. This is the card about trajectories. I think RoboCop's career is still going up. He is 32 years old. He's still in his prime, whereas Jared is 40. So I gotta go with it's going again. Jesus. I gotta go with Gregory. I just think Gregory's more durable at this point in his career, and he is, even though his chin is suspect at times, I think he is dangerous, and I think he has some good wins in his record. I'm gonna go with Gregory RoboCop here. I think he's a monster, and I think Cannonier is in for a fight. But regardless, this is going to be a good fight. I think we're in for a treat in the main event. This is a pretty good card throughout. I got to go with RoboCop, though. I think he wins this fight by TKO in the first 3 rounds, I think. I don't think this fight goes to the decision. I don't think it goes around 4 or 5. I don't think the fight starts around 4. Yeah, I think that would be. It's probably gonna be negative 5,000 or negative 400 or something crazy. But yeah, we'll see. I gotta go with Gregory RoboCop here, and be careful with this fight, guys. Both guys' chins are not trustworthy, but I just trust the trajectory of one's career versus the other. So, yeah. But yeah, it's gonna be a good card for live betting. A lot of good parlay pieces. I really like this card from a betting perspective. Let me just give you guys a top 5 of most confident picks. Let's get into it. We have number 1, Cavalcanti. Yeah, I think Cavalcanti cruises. This is probably the easiest pick of the card in my opinion. I think Delgado is the next most confident pick. Number 3 is Yusuf Zalal. Number 4 is Estevam. Number 5 is Shabazian. I think those are my top 5 most confident picks. If you guys want to subscribe, do your thing in the comments. Tell me I suck. Do whatever you got to do. Yeah, I don't know. I love this. I do it every week for you guys. Whether 10 people watch me, whether 100 people watch me, I don't care. I just love to produce content related for fights, and yeah, I'm learning on the job. Yeah, guys, keep giving me feedback, keep showing love. I really appreciate it. Yeah, let's cash some tickets. I hope you guys did last week. I apologize about Tatiana. I did not expect her to look like that. It is what it is, You make bad bets sometimes, You can't fault me that. What I did well on the early card with Rong Zhu and etc. Quillen, Saw killed. It is what it is, guys. I can make some mistakes, and I'm gonna make it back. I promise. So until next time, peace.